gon' save you. You scared you might die, I'm prepared to meet my maker. You ain't ready for war, it's the pressure that'll break you. You ain't ready for war. You ain't ready for war.
First of all, I'm the first of all. The way you land lines, is it worth the call? What I preach, make a church applause. If you said it, the bar be weak like you nerfed the dog. I seen your lives, I'ma murk 'em all. And when I hear lies, it's a Hurston ball. Sugarcoating is the worst of all. Summer bad, when the pod spring a leak, it's the perfect fall. I heard them all, I deserve respect. Creative side on the rise, I deserve a check. Stacking bodies to the perfect depth. Show the whole world how I body build, it's the perfect flex. What I'm pinning for a win, not a perfect plex. This underdog on par, laying perfect bets. Loser now, it'll hurt the rep. From the womb, I was born to be special like a birth defect.
You ain't ready for war, ain't nobody here gon' save you. You scared you might die, I'm prepared to meet my maker. You ain't ready for war, it's the pressure that'll break you. You ain't ready for war. You ain't ready for war.
Making his way to your streaming device. He's the leader of Lakers World Order, bringing you his opinion on all things sports. Angry Lakers fan.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching and listening from, man. We got to talk about this game last night. We got to talk about this game last night. But first of all, shout out to everybody that showed up. We got Big Baby in the building. He said, LOL. we got Reg Dio Double G in the building. Reg walking himself. He said, "Let's go." Salute. We got Pap the engineer saying Jack Skeleton gave Cat nightmares before Christmas. Hey, that was a bar. That was a bar.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Shout out to Pat the engineer for that punchline of the day right there. That was crazy. He said Jack Skeleton gave Cat nightmares before Christmas. That is crazy. But yeah, y'all, as y'all can see on the thumbnail, man, the alien is dead. He evolved into the predator. Victor Wembanyama showed there was levels in Madison Square Garden in Game 3. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is going on? This whole, I want to say the first two games, we was all talking about, including myself, we was all talking about how if the Knicks win this series, Cat should be finals MVP. Like he was the best player in the series. A lot of people saying he was one of the best players in the playoffs. But after last night, I'm like, wait a second. Is the pressure too much for Cat? You know, this dude scored 11 points last night. 11 points. 4 out of 10 from the field. 0 from 2 from 3. He did play good on the defensive side. It was offensively where he shrunk. Defensively, he was good. I believe he had like 3 blocks. 3 steals, 2 blocks or something like that. And he also, crashed the board 8 times. So he did good defensively. But offensively, he became the hunted. Offensively, he became the hunted. Victor Wembanyama was not having that. After the first 2 games where Karl Anthony Towns was taking over, doing what the hell he does. Y'all remember this stat right here? Where Cat was 18 points, 8 out of 13 from the field with Wemby as the primary defender through 2 NBA Finals games. Victor Wembanyama said, nah. Give me some rare candy. It's time for the alien to evolve into the predator. And this is what he did, y'all. This is what he did. He had 32 points, 11 out of 18 from the field, 2 out of 4 from 3, 8 out of 9 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and he was a +7 in a plus minus. Mission complete. Mission complete for the Predator. He did not go down 0-3. He went in there and took a stand in front of those wild New York fans, despite Donald J. Trump being in attendance. He went in there and said, you know what? It's time to show these motherfuckers who I am. Let me leave that green suit, that green alien suit. Let's leave that back at home. I got to come in as the Predator. I got to lock on to my prey and show them who the real killer is. That's what Wemby did last night. Wemby said, nah, we're not going down without a fight, brother. This is me. I am him. I am the Predator. And until something happens, I'm not calling him the alien anymore. I'm calling him the Predator. Because that's what he did. He went in there and took over. He went in there and killed. He went in there and killed the nonsense that we've been talking about. Like, oh, the Knicks is about to sweep the Spurs. He killed that. He killed that. Cat should be Finals MVP. He killed that. He killed that. San Antonio, their season is over. He went in there and killed that. He killed that noise. He sent everybody that came and spent all that goddamn money on them tickets. I believe the lowest price ticket was damn near $5,000. He sent all of them home unhappy. All of them was like, wow. I spent the house note on these tickets and I came in here to see Cat shrink. This dude really didn't do anything offensively. Nothing. 4 out of 10 from the field, 0 out of 2 from 3. He looked like he was just out there to be out there. Like he was nowhere in sight offensively. I'm not going to say he was fully trash because he wasn't. Defensively, he was out there. He was getting steals. He was, he had a few blocks here and there, tried to make defensive stops. But Wemby was having his way with him. We got Ladd in the building. We got Mike Alexander in the building. He said someone said Lil Purr. Hey, he's Little Purr now. He's kitten. No more K-A-T, man. He's K-I-T, man. He's Kit. He's a kitten. Reg Dog said, went into a hostile crowd and silenced everyone. Yes, he did, man. He did. He silenced everyone. He said, this is my city. You see what he did? He said, this is my city. I own New York. That's what Wemby did. I'm not going out without a fight. And this is what I mean. Because we brought it up about Wemby before. Okay. He has the mindset to want to win. Okay. Yes, he went down 0-2. He didn't shrivel up into a little ball. He didn't put his back against the corner and start shrivel up and crying. No. He took what happened in game 1, especially what happened in game 2. And he said, you know what? It's time to evolve. It's time to use what happened to me in game 1 and game 2 as fuel. I need to get some more weapons in my repertoire. I need to bring that heat, that fire. I need to bring that laser beam and take out Cat. And he did. Cat was looking like a fucking rookie out there, dog. Everything I seen, Cat was looking like a fucking rookie. Like he little boyed Cat in game 3. And this is what I'm saying right here. This is what I've learned. This is what I've learned from this series as far as game 3. Okay. Now, if you look at it, if you remember the first 2 games, right? The first two games that the Knicks won, Jalen Brunson was not shooting well. The percentages show that he wasn't shooting well, okay? If you look at it, he had like, let me see, I think I got the graphic still. Yes, I still got it. If you look at the percentages, Jalen Brunson was not shooting well in game 1 and game 2. He shot 38.7% in game 1. He shot 28% in game 2. And the Knicks still won. You know why? Because Karl Anthony Towns was playing good. Karl Anthony Towns was balling. Karl Anthony Towns was balling. But if you look at this, right? This is what Jalen Brunson did in game 3. 32 points, 11 out of 25 from the field, 3 out of 5 from 3. He was balling this game. He was balling this game. So why didn't the Knicks win? OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby was balling this game. 28 points, 9 out of 13 from the field, 3 out of 7 from the field. From 3. So why didn't the Knicks win? It's because of this guy. That's why the Knicks didn't win. This is why we always say, this is why we have been saying that Cat is the true finals MVP. Because without this guy playing good, the Knicks are not going to win anything. Despite what the other team does or doesn't do, Cat has to be Cat. Cat has to be good. Cat has to be good. He was good the first 2 games despite Jalen Brunson having bad games, having bad shooting games. Cat played good. That's why the Knicks won. Cat played bad, the Knicks lose. It don't matter if OG Anunoby is efficient with 28 points. It don't matter if Jalen Brunson is efficient with 32 points. If Cat don't play good, Knicks don't win. And I'm sure after this game, Mitch Johnson is going to make some adjustments to be like, you know what? We got to focus on stopping Cat. He is the reason why they're winning, or they were winning. We gotta put a stranglehold on Cat. We gotta put a leash on Cat. Okay? We gotta stop that guy. He's the only one that's gonna help the Knicks get to where they gotta go. If he's playing good. If he's not, the Knicks is not gonna win this series. And I'm sure they're gonna be watching the tape. They're gonna be listening to channels like this one and saying Cat is the X factor, the major piece, the major X factor for the Knicks to win a championship, or for the Knicks to win another game, for that matter. And y'all seen it for yourself. Jalen Brunson balled his ass off. Jalen Brunson had a great game. He balled out. He was very efficient from the field. Little less than 50% from the field. And he shot, I don't know what that percentage is, 3 out of 5, but it's a good percentage, okay? And he had 32 points. OG Anunoby was efficient. Over 50% from the field, little less than 50% from 3, 28 points. He was very efficient. But this guy wasn't. So that shows, that if no matter what Jalen Brunson does, no matter what anybody else does, if Cat plays horrible, the Knicks are not winning anything. And that proved this point in game 1 and game 2, because those games he played out of his mind, and they won, despite Jalen Brunson coming up shorter than mini-me, as what Stephen A would say. This is what Jalen Brunson did in game 1 and game 2, and they still won. Because Karl Anthony Towns played good. So this series is not about Jalen Brunson. For those of you that think that, this series is not about what Jalen Brunson does or doesn't do, because what he does or doesn't do doesn't matter. It's about what Karl Anthony Towns does and doesn't do. This series is about Karl Anthony Towns, and it shows it. It shows it. Y'all can disagree or agree. I just showed y'all the proof. I just showed y'all the proof. Everything relies on how good Karl Anthony Towns is. Everybody else that brings up numbers is just a bonus. Karl Anthony Towns got to be on his A game every game for the Knicks to win. If he's not on his A game, I don't care if Jalen Brunson scored 50 points. They're not winning. They're not winning. And like I said, Mitch Johnson, he gets some slack from this channel. He gets some slack from some of the members of this channel. But I believe he is smart enough to know that that's going to be the recipe going forward. Is to put a stranglehold on Cat. You got to go out there like a pack of dogs on Cat. You got to get Cat the fuck out of here. Whether that's foul trouble like he was in last game. I believe Cat had, 4 or 5 fouls last game? Got to get him in foul trouble. You got to shake his confidence. You got to do all of that. And they did that in game 3. They did that. They got to continue to do that. Let me see what y'all saying, man. I don't want to keep talking over y'all. Let me see what y'all saying, man. He said, Cat reminds me of Drewski. Pap said, Spurs look composed. Pap the engineer said, Wemby with dreads will be wild. Yeah, here you go. That's the Predator without the mask on, man. That's the Predator right there. That's the Predator right there. You see him carrying the helmet. He just destroyed Madison Square Garden for game 3, getting everybody hopes up. He went in there and put an end to that. He said, nah. Nah. There would be no celebrating on my watch. No. Because you know why? I am an evolved alien. I am the Predator. What you saw in game 1 and game 2, that was just me floating around in my UFO. What you saw in game 3, I have shoulder lasers. I have weapons. I have laser focused energy. I have the ability to not be seen out there and catch you off guard. That's what he did in game 3. He evolved from the alien to the Predator. He is no longer a laughingstock, what I used to call him E.T. He is not phoning home. He's not doing none of that. He's on a mission to send the Knicks home. And I think it started off with game 3. I think it's not over yet. I said yesterday that I still don't see the series going past game 5. But after I went to bed and got up this morning by the grace of God, amen to him, and I watched the highlights from last game all over again, I'm like, okay, this dude is fucking serious. The Predator is serious. He is serious. He is on the loose. Do not worry about Chris Hansen because he can't catch this Predator right here. This Predator is on the loose. He's about to go out there and wreak havoc game 4. I guarantee you. And if Cat go out there and shrink again, I think the Spurs are winning the championship. If Spurs go out there and win game 4, this series is over for the Knicks. I think, see, when I get sleep and I sleep on stuff, pause, and I get to think about it further, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see a bigger picture here. Yesterday, I was just speaking, based on what my predictions were. But now I'm thinking like, okay, the Spurs learned from those first 2 games. They didn't come out there looking scared. Look, man, and shout out to EQ, man. He said yesterday on the pregame show, he said that Stephon Castle was going to ball out and beat the Knicks. And Stephon Castle balled the hell out, man. I wish I would have made a graphic on his stats, but I can read them for you right now. Stephon Castle had a decent game, man. Stephon Castle had a decent game. He had 23 points. He was 8 out of 14 from the field, 2 out of 5 from 3, 5 out of 6 from the line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, only 2 turnovers. He did have 4 fouls, and he was a +6 and a +-. Stephon Castle balled out. He wasn't scared at all. Like this, and I said this before in the group chat. I was like, I believe I was talking to Humble about it. Shout out to Humble Sports TV. Y'all go subscribe to him. We was talking about, that this trio that they have, in my opinion, of Wemby, Stephon Castle, and I say Dylan Harper, that would be a dangerous core going forward. Them motherfuckers are not scared. Dylan Harper is a rookie, and he was out there playing like this was a regular NBA game. Dylan Harper is going to be scary, okay? Shout out to his dad, for instilling that in him. His dad was a beast. His dad was a 5-time champion, winning with the Bulls and the Lakers. Okay, his dad know how to win. His dad been to the biggest stage numerous times. Under the great coach Phil Jackson. Dylan Harper is going to be something. And if they continue to build, I say the Spurs should keep building around the core of Wemby, Castle, and Harper. Just build around that 3-man core. Build around that. I'm telling you, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous. Castle is not scared of nothing. This dude is fearless. Like, you don't see no kind of nervousness. His nerves wasn't shook. He was out there ready to kill. I call him the Royal One because, his last name is Castle. I call him the Royal One. But I might have to find another nickname for Stephon Castle. This dude is fearless. I have not seen a look of nerves, a look of being scared. I ain't seen a tear shed on this dude yet. This dude is ready to go out there and try to win. Stephon Castle is a fucking beast, man. Stephon Castle is a beast. These young dudes, and we gotta give praise to Mitch Johnson, man. Mitch Johnson. We gotta give a praise to him, man. Despite the criticism he sometimes received, man, this dude got these young niggas playing. He got these young niggas playing, dog. Mitch Johnson got these young dudes fearless. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised after what I seen last night if the Spurs do come out and win Game 4. I would not be surprised. Because I don't think Cat is going to get his confidence back after last night, man. I really don't. I really don't, man. And I know I keep changing my mind. I know y'all probably be like, okay, he's in the spur of the moment. No pun intended. Recency bias and all that type of stuff. I get it. But after clearing my mind, sleeping on it, and I'm like, man, I don't know who's going to stop this team, man. I don't know who's going to stop this team, especially if they keep on, stopping Karl Anthony Towns. If Karl Anthony Towns is slowed down, the Knicks ain't winning. Lad Chronicle said, my guy OG, yeah, he balled out. He balled out. He balled the hell out. This is what he did, lad. 28 points, 9 out of 13 from the field, 3 out of 7 from 3. OG Anunoby balled out. And you called it. You called it. You and Sneed called it. OG Anunoby, y'all called it. So you Sneed and EQ was right because EQ called out Stephon Castle. So y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Y'all definitely got it. Reg Dog said, no, what he said, I'm going to do this one. Pap said, Knicks should look at LeBron. He knows what it's like to lose after being up 2-1 a couple times in the finals. Yeah. He does. He does. Big Baby said, panic for the New York Knicks. Trade everybody, sell the team. Nah, that ain't going to happen. But I would say this, Big Baby. I would say this. If you think for 1 second that the city of New York will not be panicking if they lose Game 4, man. You thought, man. I'm going to just pray for the city of New York, man. I'm just pray for the city of New York. Because I don't want to know what's going to happen if the Spurs win Game 4. I don't want to know what's going to happen. But I would say this on behalf of the Spurs. I would say this. I think the Spurs need to, for Game 4, leading up to the game, I think they need to stay incognito, man. They need to have other people order their food for them. They need to have other people. Because look, we've seen it happen before, especially in the NBA Finals. We seen road players get road team players get food poisoning and all that type of shit because the catering service is trying to get them to not play in the game. They on the toilet shitting all night and throwing up all night so they can't play. I will have somebody else order my food or I'll cook myself. Like if I have a kitchen in my hotel room, I'm cooking my own food. Don't trust nobody feeding you. Don't trust nobody give you nothing to drink. Like, don't do none of that. Do everything yourself or be incognito about it because the fans in New York are panicking right now. They're going to do whatever they can to make sure the New York Knicks win Game 4. They're going to do everything in their power to make sure New York Knicks win Game 4. And don't think for a fact, just because I didn't talk about it, Don't think for a fact just because I didn't talk about it that a lot of New York fans is blaming Donald J. Trump for this loss. A lot of Knicks fans, trust me when I tell you, they're blaming Donald J. Trump for this loss. They was blaming him before the game even started. They said if we lose, I'm blaming this guy. And no, I'm not turning this into a political show. I don't care about who's president. I don't care about politics. I don't care about none of that. I'm just saying it because it's part of the game for this. For this, he's part of the game. He was there. Okay, that's why I brought it up. I don't want to see no red or blue, right or left political people up in here talking shit. This is not that. Okay, I'm not doing it for that. He's part of the Knicks game. That's why I brought him up. Hold your horses. Okay? But anyway, they're blaming him. They're blaming him. Pap said OG triple. Big Baby said there was a lot of fight last night. There was a fight last night? Hey, Lab was right too. He said, I told you I was pressure on the Knicks. He said that. And I brought it up too. I was like, you can argue with both sides. When I said who had the most pressure in Game 3, Wemby, not getting swept, or Jalen Brunson protecting home court. It was a lot of pressure for Game 3, especially if the fans already thinking you were going to sweep the Spurs. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure because you got to go out there and actually act on it. You got to go out there and actually go out there and win Game 3. You got to be flawless. So if you have to be flawless, you have to win Game 3 because everybody had you sweeping the Spurs after the first 2 wins. That's a lot of fucking pressure. It's already a lot of pressure to put on that Knicks uniform. But to do it in the NBA Finals where everybody think you're going to sweep, that's a lot of pressure. In my opinion, that's more pressure than Victor Wembanyama winning Game 3 and protecting his season. That's more pressure on the Knicks, on Jalen Brunson. But I would say this, Jalen Brunson didn't shy away from the pressure because he did have a way better game than the first 2 games. Jalen Brunson didn't shy from the pressure at all. 32 points, 11 out of 25 from the field, 3 out of 5 from 3. He didn't shy away from the pressure at all. So big shout out to Jalen Brunson for not shying away from it. He came out there and tried to win. He did his part. But this is not about Jalen Brunson. This series is no longer about what Jalen Brunson could do or will do. It's about this guy. If you're just coming in here, shout out to y'all. Please hit the like button. Hit the hype button if you can. It's about this guy. As long as Karl Anthony Towns plays bad, the Knicks will lose. I proved it earlier in the series, in the show. When the Spurs lock down Karl Anthony Towns, the Knicks will lose. And here's the proof for everybody that just walked in. You see these 2 games where Jalen Brunson played bad and the Knicks still won? It's because Karl Anthony Towns played good. He played good against Wemby the first 2 games. That's why the Knicks won those first 2 games, despite Jalen Brunson only shooting 38 and 28%. But you see what happened when they locked up Karl Anthony Towns. The Spurs won. You see that. You see that. This is all on Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns' game is the reason why they lost. If I'm blaming players, I'm not blaming no president because I don't care. I'm not blaming presidents. I'm not blaming anybody who was in attendance. If I'm blaming players, I'm blaming Karl Anthony Towns. He is the reason why the Knicks lost. He is the sole reason why the Knicks lost. Due to his inefficiency on the offense. Defense, he wasn't that much of a problem. That much of a problem. He had his moments defensively. But all in all, he shrunk up on the offensive side. And that's why the Knicks lost. It's his fault. Everybody else showed up. Even Grand Theft Alvarado showed up. Even Jordan Clarkson had his moments here and there. He didn't show up. I'm telling y'all, man, as long as Karl Anthony Towns is not playing good, the Spurs gonna win this championship, man. As long as the Spurs are locking down Cat, the Knicks are not winning another game. Because if you would have told me that OG Anunoby had 28 points and Jalen Brunson had 32, I would have been like, okay, the Knicks is up 3-0. Nah, that's not the case, though. That's not the case. Because we have a guy known as the Big Purr who had 11, who didn't hit a 3-point shot, 4-11 from the field, or something like that. He shrunk it when the time mattered. He shrunk. He ran away from the moment offensively. I'm telling y'all, man, I might end up changing my I'm telling y'all, I might end up changing my pick, man. I might end up changing my pick. I just might. I just might end up changing my pick, y'all. Because if the Spurs continue with the blueprint of slowing down Karl Anthony Towns, the Spurs are not losing another game. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. This could be the beginning of the end of the New York Knicks fans. Of what's the line that Stephen A. Smith famously say to Cowboys fans? What can go wrong will go wrong, or something like that. Well, Cat in Game 3 had a whole lot of wrongs, and it ended up in a loss. And I believe the Spurs are going to capitalize on that. I believe they're going to be watching a lot of film. I believe they're going to be, making sure Victor Wembanyama is on his A game defensively against Karl Anthony Towns. Because in all honesty, I don't even think Victor Wembanyama got to score a lot. I just think if he goes out there and plays elite defense on Cat, I think they can still win. They still got dogs on their team. They still got Champagne who can hit shots. They still got the motor of Dylan Harper. They still got the fearlessness of the royal one, Stephon Castle. They even had the clutch client out there, De'Aaron Fox, hitting the clutch shot out there, man. No pun intended. Okay, they got other guys who could put the ball in the basket. You don't need a big scoring night from Victor Wembanyama. But if he goes out there and play like the defensive player of the year against Cat, this series is over for the Knicks. This series could be over for the Knicks. Point blank, period. Victor Wembanyama is no longer the alien. He evolved into the predator. And he's going to make sure he's locked in on his targets. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. I don't want to keep dismissing y'all, man. I'm on a roll right now. I'm over here talking. I want to see what y'all talking about, man. Let's see. Big Baby said, every time you call out the players, they perform better, I notice. Yeah, they do. They do, man. So maybe I could be wrong. Maybe since I'm calling out Karl Anthony Towns, maybe he might do what he got to do game 4. But he still has to go out there and do it. because I believe Game 4 is more pressure than Game 3. Because if Game 4 is won by the Spurs, you can kiss the Knicks season goodbye, in my opinion. EQ said Cat has to curse out Brunson. Yeah. Well, Brunson didn't play bad Game 3, but he did play bad Game 1 and 2. So I guess that's the reason to cuss him out, but I don't know. Reg Dog said Brunson shot way too much. Yeah, I believe he shot. How many shots did he shoot, man? He shot the ball 30 times, man. If you count his field goals and his 3-point shots. 3 out of 5 from 3, 11 out of 25 from the field. He did shoot way too much, but it's still efficient. It's still kind of efficient. A little less than 50% from the field. But I want to say about, I don't know what that percentage is. Let me check real quick. I got a calculator. Leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone. I don't know what that percentage is. Let me see. If y'all can tell me what the percentage is, I can move on. 60%. He shot 60% from 3. That's actually excellent. Okay, he shot efficiently. He did his job. But what I said earlier, that doesn't matter. What Jalen Brunson did don't matter. What OG Anunoby did doesn't matter. This matters. I'm telling y'all, man, Cat is the biggest reason why that the Knicks have been winning, and he's the biggest reason why they lost. He is the X factor in this series. He's the biggest reason why they won those 2 games. He's the biggest reason why they lost Game 3. It's all on Cat. This series, whether he wants to believe it or not, is all on him. It's all on him. That's why we was preaching that if the Knicks win, he should be Finals MVP. And the numbers are showing that. Every time he played good, they won. When he had a lackluster game, they lost. He's the X factor. Shout out to Sean. He said, in this series, efficiency is overrated. I mean, you could say that. I mean, you can say that if you want. But, yeah, man, I think I've been talking a little bit too much. I'm about to drop the link down below. Y'all hit the like button, please, too. Please hit the like button. But I'm about to drop the link down below. I'm going to be live for like another 25 minutes. So if y'all want to say what y'all got to say about last night's game, y'all can come up here and talk about it. I shall be live for another 25 more minutes. That's going to be my thing for like, going forward. And I can't even talk right now. So this is what happens when I go live in the morning. I talked it over with my girl, man. Instead of me doing all these, 4 or 5 hour live streams, like every once in a while, just try to put aside an hour a day to talk to y'all live. Just put aside an hour a day. The days I got to be really, really busy or, go to work, I'll go live for like 30 minutes. But I'm going to try to put at least an hour a day aside to talk about whatever's going on in the world, man, as far as basketball. So that's what I'm going to start doing going forward. I'm going to try to start doing that going forward, man. But, yeah, we got a Big Baby and Lakers all day coming up. Let me put this off the screen. Let me get the where's the comment at? Yeah, there we go. Let me get this off the screen. We're bringing up Big Baby. We're bringing up Lad.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, brother? How's it going?
Good.
Everything good?
Yep.
So what you want to say about last night's game, man?
Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm gonna let Big Baby go first. Hold on.
All right. Go ahead, Big Baby.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Going good, man. Happy Tuesday, brother.
Happy Tuesday. I know you're talking about quarantine towns. He's the main reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about Mikal Bridges? He didn't really do much either.
See, that's actually a fair point because we did see what was that 2 seasons back or whatever. The Knicks
Mhm.
gave up 5 first-round picks for him.
Yep.
So that's actually a fair point.
Because I
That's
noticed
actually a fair point.
when he plays great too, the Knicks win as well.
Yeah,
So
that's a fair point.
yeah, but I think it's a get. I know lads had pressure on the Knicks. I get it. Um, I think the Knicks are gonna adjust tomorrow. If I'm the Knicks, I'm adjusting to try to take Stefan Kessel out. Like as far as like you know what I mean, focal point on him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's panic. I don't think it's panic if Knicks loses. The Knicks are capable of going into San Antonio winning. You
Mm,
know, just how the Spurs
yeah.
were down 0-2, everybody said it was over, and then Spurs were like, okay, let me show you what's up. But it's a game of adjustments throughout the series, man. Even if the Knicks win tomorrow, 3-1, the Spurs are not going to panic. This shows that the Spurs team, I'm not going to lie, bro, that they're very poised as a young team, very fucking poised. Usually,
Yeah.
you would see a team down 0-2 fucking get blown off the waters, but they're like, you know what? If you know, and I gotta give credit where it's due. I'm not gonna lie. I even said it for the playoffs. I'm gonna own up to my bullshit. I said the Spurs were gonna get bounced out in the first round. They're inexperienced. They showed me that they're a great team, and I give them applause for that. Gotta give credit where it's
Mm-hmm.
due.
See the
Mm-hmm.
Spurs, man. You see, man, the Spurs. They have what I've been trying. What I told y'all a long time ago. Where
Yeah.
like defense wins championships,
Mm-hmm.
and there are spurts in this series
Mm-hmm.
and last series where the Spurs just shut down the Knicks like completely. Where like they could put anybody on Brunson. They could put Fox. They could put Harper. They could put Castle. They could put Champagne. They could put Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the Spurs can really shut down Hart. They could shut down the other 3-point shooter and Versace. I mean Vassell too. Like the Spurs can really shut down everybody on the Knicks, but OG. If Cat has a good game like Inger's saying, and if Brunson stops shooting all these shots like he's Luka Doncic or Kobe Bean Bryant at the top of the key, if they can win the game. It's just that OG has to come 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 to play. Um, um Brunson has to stop shooting his shots,
Mm-hmm.
stop trying to think he's Luca or Kobe, and Cat has to play. Those three guys and Bridges, but OG, Cat, and Brunson, and a little and Bridges. If those guys come together and play,
Yeah.
that's when you gonna see them win the game. But if they don't, if two of those guys and two of those guys don't come to play, and then like two of those guys do come to play,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to win the game. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But the Spurs have a lot of they have when like they move the ball around, when they play their defense, when they just want to just hold on, okay, play man to man and don't let their guy beat them to the basket or beat, you know what I'm saying? Like really, they can really strap up and play really great team defense
Yeah.
and one-on-one defense. So the Knicks don't have that. They play more of a team defense where the Spurs can go out there and just lock you up from like for like 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
in a quarter because they have Vassell, they got Castle, they got Fox, they got Champagne, they have Wemby, they have Harper. They got six guys that can guard anybody on the goddamn Knicks team. But the Knicks have somebody on that team that they can't guard them. That's OG. OG, low key, told OG was a dominant one yesterday because nobody could guard OG on that team. They only got one player, the Knicks do. But then the Spurs have a majority of people that they can, guard the Knicks, and that's the problem. Team defense is championship defense is defense, and whoever plays defense from now to whoever wins the series is going to win the game. Is going to
Yeah.
win the series. They're going to win the finals.
Yeah.
Defense wins championships, not offense.
Well said, brother. And I remember that was your pick for, anybody not named Jalen Brunson or Wembanyama, who's going to be the X factor, who's going to be that piece, that key piece. And I believe OG Anunoby was your pick. And I think that was yours and Snead's pick. And he came out and did that. I mean, of course, EQ was right too about Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle balled.
Mm-hmm.
He balled out. He that dude is fearless, man.
What do you think the biggest adjustment have to do tomorrow
The who?
For the who?
for New York Knicks? I think like, the biggest adjustment. I think they just gotta start out better, limit the turnovers because they had a lot of turnovers last night. They're like,
Yeah, but hey, big baby, check this out, right? Look, the Knicks have a lot of video out there on them. Like I say, like the reason why I'm saying video is because like they have like a lot of film on them. Where like what I'm saying, like the 2 games that when the Knicks did win against the Spurs,
yeah,
the Spurs have film on them 2 times. So now the Spurs have film on the Knicks losing 3. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like I think the Spurs gonna come out here and win next game because they have a lot of film on the Knicks.
and
The Knicks don't. Huh?
Don't the Knicks have tape on San Antonio? You know that they lost the first 2 games.
Yeah, they do. They do. But it's about. But guess what? It's about adjustments. It's about the head coach and the players adjusting to you know how the Spurs play the Knicks or the Knicks play the Spurs. It's about adjustments and who's going to play team defense and who's going to limit the turnovers and who's going to every time you play great defense, what happens? You get back a fast break, you get a 3-point shot, or you get a foul, free throw line, or you get a layup, right? All you gotta do is play team. All you gotta do is play. All you have to do is play defense, and once you play defense, get back down the court and score the ball.
Yeah, and if the Knicks win tomorrow, Angry's gonna make a video about Wembanyama.
Hey, same with our Lakers, man. Fair criticism goes around, man. Fair
But
criticism.
hey, I'm gonna be on you. Pause. Where was that video of Chet Holmgren?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Chet Holmgren caught a lot of strays from everybody. He don't need one from me. He don't need one from me.
But, I'm just trolling, bro. But whoever wins, and here's the thing. I was thinking this. You were talking about Harper, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Spurs can get away with trading De'Aaron Fox in the offseason.
Oh yeah. If they trade De'Aaron Fox, they're not really losing anything.
No, win, lose, or draw. If they win this series, if they lose it, they can get rid. Because De'Aaron Fox struggled last night, big time, but he made timely shots when they needed to. But it's just overall, man, it's a good series. It's a great series. You feel me? It's
and that's part of the problem, big baby. Like what his contract is, what his paycheck is. His paycheck is not saying just go out there and make timely shots. His paycheck is saying go out there and be as good as Wemby.
Yep.
So he's not doing that. He's not living up to what he's getting paid. I know that's the clutch way. You go out there and get as much money as you can.
Speaking of that, I don't want to bring it up, but I'll just send you the text later.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, it's not about what I said last night. It's about what LeBron said in a magazine.
Oh, I gotta hear this, man. I gotta hear this.
They asked him if he's willing to take a pay cut. He declined to answer the question.
Oh shit! Well, we all know the answer to that, man. The thing is, he still thinks that he's the man when it comes to I can lead you to a championship type. And I could be wrong. I don't even know if LeBron wants to win another championship again. I think he just want to collect as much money as he can before he retire.
Yeah,
at this point.
I was watching this on the thing. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, don't believe him," But hey, he's been well-rounded around the NBA for hella years. Brian Warner said Lakers and LeBron are in negotiations right now, and if it doesn't work out, watch out for the Warriors.
Well, look like he's going to the Warriors because I would not give LeBron more than $10 million. I'm not doing it.
No, that's what I saw him get up to, or Pat McAfee. He was talking about it, so he's well known around the league. So I respect his sources. So it is what it is. So we just wait and see what happens. But that's what's being talked about right now on Pat McAfee's show.
All right, hold on for a second, y'all. We got to address this, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to Nick T with the $5 donation, man.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Nick T, thank you, brother. He said Nick's biggest Achilles is Brunson. That butterball turkey Chuck Norris won MVP to himself. Him and Luca are the same. They minimize their teams. Ooh, okay.
Thank
We
you,
see,
Nick T. Thank
we
you,
see, we see. Luca Doncic caught a stray. God damn. Let
thank
us
you,
know how you
Nick T.
really feel, Nick T.
Thank you, Nick T. This is what I've been trying to tell to my homeboys right here, man. I'm trying to tell them.
And if Knicks win a championship, he's gonna say, "Oh, Jalen Brunson was the reason why we won the championship." Come on
Nah,
now.
nah, bro. Just like what he said. He said
But let me
Achilles Brunson is the butterball that turned to Chuck Norris.
well,
I can't even read it without laughing. But
so
yeah, and then he said him and Luca are the same. They are minimized because guess what? The reason why he's saying that is because if you watch the film, right, see how Luca plays at the top of the key, pick and roll top of the key. Go back and watch this game and other games with Jalen Brunson. Where's Jalen Brunson at? At the
so
top of the key.
funny how when Knicks lose one game,
No. See, you have to listen, big baby. Watch
finals.
film, bro. Watch. Stop talking about finals. Oh, no. Watch the
But
film. Watch the
that's
film and watch how Luca plays and watch how Brunson plays.
one game in the finals. It's
No,
this
no,
not
bro. It's not. No, bro. Listen, it's the film, dog. Because he's saying it because he probably watched some film or he knows what he's talking about.
I guess I
Okay.
don't need. I guess I had Ginny Bus on my channel, Dwight Howard. So if I guess
But
I don't
that
know,
don't mean that. Listen, that don't mean
I got
anything about basketball, bro. That
I
just
mean,
means they are
fucking
they're
do it fucking
huh?
channel. Then go ahead, start a fucking channel.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that the dude is saying that
Bro,
Luca and
you're
Brunson,
not
they minimize their team because they play at the top of the key, just like Kobe said. I'll keep on going back to what Kobe said, and I'm saying it too. When you low key play at the top of the key and you play high pick and roll, what that gives the defensive team, you know, where like you can low key see where the offense is going to come from. That's either a pass from Brunson or the freaking the low key the high pick and roll. And then guess what? Somebody's gonna come over and hedge on Brunson. So now Brunson has gonna get double teamed. So then when Brunson gets double teamed, now the defense can adjust. That's what Kobe was saying, and it's true. Luca does the same thing. Brunson does the same thing, bro. If they need to switch their game up, they're not gonna switch their game up now because it's already late. It's too late. Is Brunson, Luca, and James Harden. You're not winning championships with this type of offense. The only time you're gonna win championships is when you pass the ball around, like they was doing it in game 1 and 2. And the Spurs did it yesterday because they was passing the ball around and playing great team defense, and everybody was getting a touch. Everybody was scoring the ball. Everybody was doing this. But when you have one guy that wants to take all the shots and play at the top of the key, and some people just sprinkle in their offense like the points. But then Jalen Brunson is the only one that low key over here gets all the touches and gets all the shots up, attempts up. You're not going to win championships like that. You're not going to win games. You're not going to win championships like that. It's basketball is a team game. It's 5-on-5. What's up, humble?
Got Humble in the building. Shout out to Humble, man, the official co-host of Lakers World Order Wolfpack, and he branched out into his own, doing numbers over there, man. Shout out to Humble Sports TV in the building. Y'all go over there and check out his channel once this live is over, man. Check out all the past shows he did, and please subscribe, hit notification to check out the future shows that he will be doing. But yeah, while y'all in here, make sure y'all like this stream and subscribe if you haven't. But welcome, Humble Sports TV. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, you good. You crystal clear.
Yeah, man. I was tuning. I was kind of on and off on the stream, listening in while I'm doing some work, and then trying to do some schoolwork as well too. So I'm kind of juggling back and forth, doing multiple things at once. But yeah, I was listening in, man. Y'all was talking about the game last night. People saying, man, the referees and it was Trump and all this other stuff. Cat, he had a bad game. I want to give credit to the Spurs. I had to go back and watch the game for myself just to, analyze what I missed, see what I missed. And I think the Spurs played good defense. They did a lot of, read and react on the defensive end. Um, yeah, I know Cat, he kind of played not up to par. He kind of played soft. But I think they made the right adjustment, and Wemby played good defense. I really do like, the guys come off the bench, like the fresh legs, like Dylan Harper. I think Carter Bryant still should, get some minutes, just to show, the Knicks something different. But I got to give credit where credit due, man. The defense looked well on the Spurs end. A lot of people they're just blaming the refs. It's easy to blame the refs. It's easy to say, man, they got all these calls. But I mean, Obi had a good game last night. Hart, he played solid. Clarkson, he did his thing. Come out the bench. Um, I thought Brunson, he had you know, some good shots up. But everybody's blaming the refs and Donald Trump and all of those. So I'm like, dude, the Spurs just made the right adjustment and going into this game 3 to get that win last night. So people using the refs as an excuse is easy to say, but man, the Spurs just made the right adjustment. That's all I gotta say.
But I mean, there are times where, like, if you realize it, that those referees that was at the game, that was refereeing the game, those are the same refs that was refereeing the OKC and Spurs game. You know what I'm saying?
Which game?
The OKC game, the one
But
one of the
which game in
OKC.
the series though?
I think it was game 7. I think it was game 7 or game 6 or 5. One of those games. Well, that same referee group was
So
refereeing the
you're one of
OKC
those people
series.
that's blaming the refs.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I never said that. I never said that. I'm just saying that
No, I'm
those
saying I'm
refs.
I'm assuming you're probably blaming the refs.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying that
and
those refs are the same ones that was, have a quick whistle. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the game to get physical. You know what I'm saying?
well,
That little ball behind. I'm just saying that if you realize it, the that group of referees, right? That was the Knicks team. They had a quick whistle, right?
Mhm.
And they don't want no chippiness. They don't want nothing. But then some like in game 7 of last series, some of those refs, some of the refs, they don't care about physical play. Some of them do, and that's what you saw.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just about the referees cheating with no. Some refs have a quick whistle, and some refs want to play physical basketball. And some refs, what I'm saying, if you don't get the foul call, they're not gonna say nothing. They're just gonna play on. You know what I'm saying? But that's what people don't understand. They think it's the refs' fault. No, some groups refs have different styles of refereeing the game, and that's what it is.
Nah, I'm not buying all that. I'm just gonna keep it real.
I don't know about that one, lad. I think that was that's a hot
Yeah,
take,
man.
bro.
Like, I mean, I'll say this: like, the Knicks lost game 3, but as far as like saying that the referees was fair in this game, nah, there wasn't.
No.
Nah,
I
there
said they
wasn't.
were fair. I mean, I never said that they were fair, but I'm just saying that some refs have a quick whistle and some of them let them play on. Every ref is different. Every group of refs are different. Every
Then
group.
that's most of these referees. Like, it's
Nah, bro,
like
it's not. It's not.
they do this nearly every single game. Okay, I'm just gonna say this: the Knicks lost game 3. I mean, regardless if regardless of the Spurs having more free throws, heck, they have more free throw attempts than the Knicks throughout this whole series. But
Who, the
at the end
Spurs?
of the day, but in the end of the day, Cat did not get the job done. He wasn't aggressive enough. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
ruined. What I mean, I personally believe that the fouls ruined the aggression, but regardless, he gotta adjust. Hey, maybe Josh Hart needs to step up to the post and try to get more rebounds while he could concentrate on Wemby or whoever. I mean, you gotta have to make certain adjustments regardless of how biased the whistle is. You gotta have to make it. You gotta make it your own stead. So Brunson, a lot of people saying that dude was ball hogging. Me personally, I gotta disagree. I think he was trying his best in order to answer after that hard foul that Wemby did to him. You know what I mean? It was close. He did have a good tough shot when it comes to the clutch. It's just that he got out clutch. The Spurs out clutch him. They got the last shot and then they got the foul. Jalen Brunson gave him a foul. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, somebody mic messing up.
Can I get my take on the game?
Oh, there you go. Go ahead. I am 44. 444.
Yeah. So what I would say is that there's several things. I think the refs. Um, wait, I'm hearing feedback. I'm hearing feedback.
I think that's coming from you. Do you have YouTube open too?
No. Let me just check. Let me verify.
Yeah, that usually happens when you got YouTube open and you on StreamYard. It has like a little echo. Cause I hear the echo when you talk, but not when nobody else talk.
Let me check my setting.
All right, while he's checking, anybody else want to speak on it? Path?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's a bunch of confounding factors. I think the Spurs did what they were supposed to do. They had to win this game. They can't go down 3-0. So they accomplished that, right? And then the Knicks, they were unclutch in the fourth quarter. I looked it up. They shot like 26% as a team in the fourth quarter. You got to make those threes and those shots, right? Brunson actually played well. He was like 4-7, surprisingly. Um, and I think Wemby, you got to hold down Wemby. I think the Spurs put him in spots to be more successful. They put him lower to the block. They ran a little bit more off-ball action, I think. I got to watch it again. But shooting 11 of 18 tells you that he's not taking, the bailout threes. He's getting closer to the hoop, right, to get his points. And that's good for the Spurs. And they have really no one to stop him. They weren't pushing him out as much. He was getting much easier shots. That's why you see what he did. He dropped 30-plus points. We haven't seen that yet. And I think that's the main reason why they won. Because defensively, he's still doing his thing. I think defense was played great on both sides. The Knicks actually, even with Cat not shooting as well, they still scored 111 points, right? They scored more than the other two games. And the Spurs have been holding these Knicks down pretty well. I mean, they were the highest differential in the playoffs. They were averaging like 120 points. So I think they're doing their job defensively. They just got to get more production out of them. That's my take. That's my work voice take.
How's my audio now?
Oh, you good. You better, brother.
Yeah. So my take on the game is I agree with the brother that just got off as well. I think the refs, you know, I mean, some calls obviously were missed or whatever, but a lot of those calls were just. Let's just be honest. I mean, Wemby is the type of player where you have to foul him in order to gain an advantage. Okay, so like, and I'm not against that. I mean, do what you need to do. I mean, there were several plays where there were no calls where he was being held, arms being hooked. I mean, it was getting what it was. But I get it though. When you're a player of that magnitude, you do what you need to do in order to win the game. If the ref catches it, cool. If they don't catch it, cool. So I do think some of the fouls were just legitimate, actual. The Knicks kind of lacking on defense and resorting to actually fouling in order to stop a play or to add some type of obstacle. But I just also think I like the fact that Wemby decided to just not take all them bailout threes, get a little closer to the basket, and that dynamic is also what changed or shifted the flow of the game. Also, we saw Castle not with the extreme turnovers. He had maybe 2 turnovers for the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. So he handled the ball much better. His IQ was a little better. Fox was also better as well. So what I realized is that when the guards on the Spurs are playing more efficient, it's going to be a problem for New York. Another thing that I noticed too is this, and I'm just going to be honest. I don't like the way that they went with Brunson in game 3. I think they should have maintained the same flow that they were doing in game 1 and 2, which Cat was pretty much the focal point, and Brunson was kind of like, hey, you know what I mean? If you need me in spots, I'll come and do. But that ISO plan, I'm sorry, man, that's not gonna work, bro. It takes like he didn't have to do that. I think that there were other players that were also hot that he could have just relied on and just played in the flow of the game. That ISO playing is not a good thing, brother. I think it's just not, man. I don't. Him and Luca are very similar in that way, actually. I think Brunson is a lot better than Luca, but they do have that same style of play where they just want to dribble the ball, top of the key, and they want to do what they do. And I think in certain moments you need to do that. But I think in certain moments it works against you, and I think it works against them last night because Cat was really not a focal point. When Cat was making some of the best moves, honestly, he had two big steals that I thought were really dope. His defense was all right, but you know that's my take.
What we didn't see was Cat driving to the hoop, right? So what changed? Why did the Knicks change that? I guess you're
I
right.
think
He wasn't a focal point of the offense, which kind of allows them to do stuff like that.
I think it was Madison Square Garden. I think it was all the hype about how many people were going to be there, and I think this was supposed to be the Brunson show. I think this was about establishing Brunson as far as a New York great, blah blah blah. And so I knew that they were going to use this game to kind of elevate Brunson and be like, "This is your show," and that's why I think they went away from it being about Cat when Cat has been statistically better in the playoffs. I mean, in this series than Brunson, honestly speaking, right? So that's what I think it was, man. To be honest.
I agree. I mean, I said earlier that if you look at the games that they won, it was because like you mentioned, Karl Anthony Towns was the focal point. Karl Anthony Towns was playing good. The game he plays bad and Brunson taking over or trying to take over, it didn't go too well. I think Karl Anthony Towns has to be the main focal point, and I mean, in my opinion, I may sound crazy to a lot of people. Karl Anthony Towns got to be the number one option this series. He has to remain the focal point this series. I'm not saying going forward. I'm just saying this series he has to be. It shows that when he's balling, the Knicks win.
Well,
So
to your point, let's not forget in the Atlanta series. Remember what swayed that series when Brunson was the focal point. Atlanta was beating New York. When Mike Brown changed who the focal point was, the game changed. They
yeah,
blew Atlanta out when they
yeah.
started to involve Cat more into the offense.
hmm
I don't know. Somebody got that. My YouTube is off, but I'm hearing feedback. But it's fine though.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I think that because Cat has shown the ability to distribute the ball, pass it over the heads of the smaller Spurs guards. He can find those open, spots for the guys. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Kind of makes more sense. But you can't. I don't know, man. Fourth quarter, critical times. I want the ball in Brunson's hands. He proved it again this last game. I know that he didn't shoot particularly well, but yeah, he did 4 or 7 in the fourth.
Well, I agree with you, but think about this. That little flurry that Brunson had, if you notice, that was it. You're not going to see no more of that. That ended in game 2.
Oh, you kind of cutting out for 44. Your mic is cutting out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you good.
But yeah, the fourth quarter we have been seeing I've been paying. I'm gonna just speak for myself. I've been paying attention to this series, and Jalen Brunson, despite what he does throughout the game, he has been playing a lot better in the fourth quarter. I believe we brought it up last stream that he's averaging like 9.3 points per game in the fourth quarter, and you said he went 4 for 7 this last game. So I think I think that's kind of showing me. I'm gonna just speak for myself. That's kind of showing me that they need to just basically look at Brunson as a closer. Like
Yeah, I agree with that.
let him be him in the fourth, and let everybody play as a collective during the he can still put his do his thing, but let him be the closer. Let that be his main focal point. Is the he's the when the fourth quarter arrives, put it in Brunson's hands for the most part, because that's where he shines. But I think
So you're
Cat and
saying
the rest.
opposite of Luca. Right? Luca gets off
Basically,
to hot starts and then disappears in the fourth.
yeah, basically. I'd rather you get off in a hot start where it counts. Like a hot start in the first half is cool, but Lakers show they can't maintain a lead all the time. And the same thing goes for the Spurs the first two games. They started off with hot, 10, 15-0 runs, and then they lost the lead and lost the game. We saw that with Oklahoma City against Oklahoma City too. So I think the Knicks should just Mike Brown should focus on making the Karl Anthony Towns the focal point, and let everybody else play as a committee, a collective. But when it's when fourth quarter comes, then you start running those special plays for Jalen Brunson, letting him cook. Cause that's when he shines. That's when his numbers are
Yeah.
good. From what I've been watching this series.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Cat
agree.
had the
I
smaller
agree with that.
guy.
But I do believe that I think both of them can coexist. You know what I mean? I think that for Karl Anthony Towns, he could be 1A as far as the 1A and 1B when it comes like in the first half or all the way in the third quarter, while Jalen Brunson could be in the second half. But Josh Hart also can make an impact as well, especially with his stat line. Like he needs to be doing more hustle plays as far as the rebounds, especially against a 7'5" center. You gotta do more. So
I think Cat had a smaller guy on him, and Wemby on him. Like whenever he had the ball close to the basket, that was adjustment that the Spurs did. You want Cat to force shots and go 3 for 20. Like I just think the Spurs just made the right adjustment to counter. I don't really don't say that. Yeah, he had a poor game because he didn't score. I just think the Spurs made the right adjustment, and people not like paying attention to that. Um, you're still up 2-1, and um, in the series, so I don't think the Knicks should panic now.
I don't know why the Knicks should be panicking. Like you're 2-1 in the series. You could make new adjustments. Hey, you could revert back to the strategies that you guys win in game one and game two, which is you don't have to lead the game, but you don't have to be behind the Spurs in points like over double digits like this game. They got
Hmm.
they need to be in a 5-point differential for the first half, and then the second half they could attack like the same way like they won those two games.
Yeah,
But the Spurs they blitzed them in the first half. Like they legitly blitzed them, and then even though the Knicks kept up and they had like this final record of 42 points in the second quarter, they did not maintain their lead. So it is what it is.
yeah,
I also think that the Spurs stopped doubling or blitzing or doubling Brunson. I noticed that. They're kind of keeping one guy on him, which is
Yeah,
limiting.
they're concentrating more on Cat than Brunson
Yeah.
because Cat is the Cat is the vocal point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
what
Like,
The Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks can't do it because look, the other shot like 0 for 11 or something crazy like that. It was literally I looked at the stat line. It was 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 0 for 4 for Cat even. So they had
hmm
to step up and make their shots. This is the crunch time. This is the finals. You've been making shots before. You got to do it again. This is
No,
what champions do. You know what I mean?
putting your perimeter defenders on Cat really kind of changed like the landscape for like the Spurs defense. Like limiting the cat is going to help them win the series. I think.
Yeah, unless of course that means
I'm
if
okay
Cat
with
limited.
See,
giving Brunson like 25, 30. I'm okay with him scoring. I know he's a scorer. He gets buckets. But everybody else, I gotta limit and contain everybody else. I'm okay with Brunson scoring 20, damn near 30 points a
well,
game.
the thing with Brunson though, right, which is interesting, even like yesterday, he had that's probably one of his better games, right? If you're looking at it on paper, but when you watch the game though, before he became efficient though, because obviously it eventually balanced out for him. He really wasn't doing. He was kind of missing shots, right? He was kind of like taking some difficult shots that I think is cool, but I just think it's the rhythm, man, the flow of the game is that when you're playing that type of game, you're taking your other players out of rhythm. They're not they're getting grenade passes. They got the quick releases. There was a few shots that were just they were just bad shot. The shot selection wasn't the greatest. And I think honestly, if they do not realize and make Cat the center of the offense, I don't. I see the Spurs coming back and really taking it. I'm gonna be honest. I love the way New
Mhm.
York was playing in the first two games, and in those first two games, what was the difference maker? It was Cat. We saw less of Brunson, and we saw more of Cat anchoring the defense, anchoring the offense, and it just was a better flow of the game.
Yeah, sounds good to me, man.
And
Easier
that's
said
why I
than
said,
done when you have the deep play on the other side.
yeah, that's why I said what I said, earlier in the show. Like, same thing I am 444 just said. Cat played his ass off in game two. As you can see these stats right here, him being guarded by Wemby. He had 18 points, 8 out of 13 from the field. That's just his points when he's guarded by Wemby, not his overall points. So, and I think that needs to continue. But I also think Wemby woke up. So
Yeah,
I just think, even though Wemby woke up, Cat gonna need a counter. Because if Cat is not playing good, the Knicks is not winning another game.
well, I
Bro,
think they're
that
stacking
defense,
the
bro,
box
that
too.
perimeter defense was the
Yeah.
main factor to them winning the game. I think Wemby, yes, he slowed Cat down in that paint, but they ran some zone where they was forcing them to take. Because when you run zone and stuff like that, that's just a defense. Teams that can't shoot, but the Knicks obviously are good shooters. But I think that perimeter defense really was like big last night in the series. Well, last night in the game in general.
I agree. And also too, though, I think what people are overlooking that the Spurs guard play though, when all three guards are firing, it's a bit difficult, man.
Hmm. Now I think with De'Aaron Fox though, I think De'Aaron Fox he's kind of like the odd man out in a sense. He's like the wild card of their team. But like Dylan Harper, he comes in. I think Dylan Harper changes everything. I think what Stephon Castle can do. Man, he's been tremendous throughout the whole postseason. He had some games where he didn't play well, but he's been scoring well. Like he's been getting buckets. Uh,
So I agree with you about Fox, but what I like about Fox is that Fox, I like his ball handling. Like even though Castle ball handling was 10 times better in game three, I would have
mhm.
preferred Fox's ball handling over Castle in game one and two. Because Fox
Oh yeah, I
turnovers
agree.
are going to be, you know what I mean? Like I don't need Fox
Yeah,
to really score all the
yeah,
time,
yeah,
but but
yeah.
but his ball handling sets his players up, and that's what I like about. That's why I said if all the guards are playing at their best, it's very difficult. You know what I mean? That's what I see that being a problem for New York, man.
Yeah. Like, hey, bro,
Yeah,
I
and
100%
also,
agree with you.
yeah, go
Like, my fault, pal. Like I said, like you said, I trust Fox being a ball handler and being the floor general, like getting everybody playmaking, making the right reads, than just for him as far as scoring. Now he can score, he can get buckets, but like as far as like shooting, I'm not looking for Fox to shoot. He's not a shooter like
Agreed.
that. He's more of somebody that can attack, drive and kick kind of guy. So, but as far as being a
Yeah,
ball
he's a
handler,
rim
I trust
pressure
his ball
guy,
handling.
right?
Mm-hmm. And he had a big mid range shot. That left hand is something serious though. With that he a lefty.
Yeah, man. The Spurs, they had some clutch shots towards the end, right? With a Castle
Hmm.
hitting that big three from from Wemby, and then Fox hitting that jumper. You know, and, with two guys on them. I mean, they needed to hit those shots, and they hit them. You know.
Nah, Snead, I was saying like his three ball is not that good, but his mid range is decent. He can shoot a mid range pretty well.
Who y'all got in
Um,
game four?
I got the Spurs. I think they're gonna tie the series up.
Yeah,
I'm
I got the
undecided.
Spurs too.
I'm on the side of undecided. I'm just I like both of the teams. I just like if I mean if the Spurs make adjustments, yeah, they're gonna tie the series. But if the Knicks make adjustments or revert back to what they win during those two games, the Knicks are gonna be 3-1.
I think it's hard to say who's a better team at this point. I think the Knicks by slight edge, but it ain't that big, so it can go either way. Man. That's how I feel about it.
I think talently, I think the Spurs are a more talented team than the Knicks. Me personally.
I agree with that.
I agree as well. I think the difference maker though is Wimby. I don't like. Well, he's young, right? So I think
Hmm.
he's still getting familiar with ball hand. Like I sometimes I can't stand to see him try to dribble.
Me too.
It's like it disturbs me. But I understand that he's working and learning on the job. If he can get that figured out and kind of can make the right reads at the right time, I think it's going to be a major problem. I like the way he started out game three, though, being aggressive in the paint a little bit. See, that I think that was the monkey wrench as well. Seeing Wimby kind of now starting to play a little bit more closer to the rim, that posed a major problem for New York because they were fine with him being on the perimeter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And let me ask you guys a question. For you basketball savant, like why do they have Wimby chasing all the guards around? Why is he not just sitting in the paint?
Just like other centers of today. He's obsessed with versatility. He wants to be one of those bigs that loves to be praised for his versatility. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when it comes to Aiden's issue with, what I mean, he's shit 7 foot tall and he wants to guard people in the perimeter instead of being in the post. Like
Okay.
centers or big men today are so passionate with trying to play this. I hate the quote 3-and-D style instead of just like being that traditional guy. Just like, hey, I'm a big guy. I should be concentrating on being the post. You know what I mean? Get the rebounds, be uh be a rim protector, and that's all I need to do. And Wemby has the tools to be a great rim protector. Like, you know what I mean? He got the accolades to do that, but he loves to have that or trying to find that balance with being versatile while trying to showcase how defensively uh great he is. I hope that explains
It
that.
I
explains.
think I think that they position him in the high post because look, man, they don't have any centers unless it's Mitchell Robinson staying, down low, right? I think it's in response to that. Cat's a 3 point threat, so you have to kind of, cover that a little bit. Um, and in that range, he's trying to stop penetration, and I think that's what they count on mostly, right? And it did bite him in the butt because of those entry passes right to the guards where Cat was doing that. So they need to take advantage of that again. But I think Wemby's greatest strength is to ability to recover, but he can shift that, right? He can pass it back and forth, whatever, right? Kind of shift it. That's why, like game two, he was on the wrong side of the ball. Like he was on the weak, they made him the weak side everywhere he was on,
Hmm.
and that's where he thinks his versatility will help him, but it also is a problem because he's not doing
Yeah,
what he
I don't
should
think
be.
he's doing nothing wrong. I think the biggest mistake people make is judging by Wemby's defense by blocks. I think the true impact of Wemby's defense is the shots that never gets taken from whoever's
Yeah,
scoring on the offense because players know he's there. Um,
yeah, yeah. I agree. I think they're just trying to stop the first shot, right? First, second shot.
yeah,
That's why the
he's.
Knicks
I
are
think he's a
passing it around.
generational right, Pab. I think he's a generational defender that makes offenses change their game plan.
I mean, I agree with that, and there's nothing wrong with Wemby with being a versatile guy. The problem is not every situation calls on it. You don't have to
Correct.
be the guy. You don't have to
Mhm.
be the big man that shoot threes, or try to do the fadeaways and all that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you might as well do the simpler things just in order to make the best impact. You know what I mean?
So
Cat was, in my opinion, in this series and even the playoffs, like well, actually, yeah, in this series, he he was doing the inverse of what we usually think of him, which is being a 3-point center. You know, what I mean, guy who only concentrates on the perimeter. The guy beyond the paint, he was a pretty good win protector,
yeah,
and the man to man defense was on point.
correct.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like
Yeah,
like the
So
like he changed the narrative of him being this guy that's like Wemby, and now he's doing what Wemby was supposed to do in those two games, which is
I
being the
agree.
rim protector.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and while Wemby is doing what Cat was trying to do, so now if Wemby and Cat doing the same thing, which is like both of them being as rim protectors, it's going to now say like, hey, Wemby is going to be a better rim protector and a better post defender than what Cat is, because Wemby is known for that. He's the defensive player of the year.
Agree. Agree. The reason I pose that question, right? Because I think that it tires Wimby out, like running and chasing these smaller guards. And I'm like, I get it. In moments,
he's
yeah,
not
do
really
it.
chasing though. You know what I mean? He's kind of patrolling a zone. You know, he's not
Okay.
really like going out there and chasing a guard to the wing or anything. He's kind of staying within his zone almost.
Because I kind of saw, I just kind of saw him like fighting over screens, and I mean, he was running behind Brunson or what. I get what you're saying. He was trying to recover, and I'm like, dude, maybe if you just kind of stay in one position and just kind of, you know, parole a little bit, you can kind of preserve your energy, because I think that he's being tired out. But maybe you're correct. I just thought maybe a few plays I saw that, so I thought that was. I
They,
just
they,
don't
they
see him
switch,
down.
right?
Yeah,
They switch at a certain point, and that's the right
correct.
thing to do, especially with him, right? And he's a
Yeah,
he's a big forward. He's not a center. You got to remember that too. He just plays small ball as a 7'5" guy, and that is, you know, heavy switching, heavy patrolling, or whatever. He's a forward. That's his position. That's what he wants to play. Obviously, he doesn't
Same
want to
thing
be
that
down
same thing
low,
that yeah,
and
same thing that had Porzingis doing.
yeah, and they don't need it for this matchup, right? Mitchell Robinson isn't a threat in the paint, you know, and they're
No,
not
he's
running
not.
lobs for Mitchell Robinson. Really, I've rarely seen it.
He's out there
So they're
for
trying.
defense and offensive rebounding for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they did with Holmgren and all that. They were, you know, just threats on the outside. They weren't playing in the post like that. So it's kind of like he said, kind of reactionary in that way. I think it's just a matchup. But I think if there was a powerhouse of a center, yeah, he'd be playing more down low. It's just the way it is. And this game is, flowy. Hey man, they've been
But
doing it and they got this far, you know. So
I do
Mhm.
want to bring
I
up
mean,
something
if
very
Wemby
important
has
though.
has stamina issues, he probably need to gain a little bit more weight. You know, should probably do some more endurance training, because
Would that mess up his stamina though if he put on more weight?
no, I personally don't think so. I'm not saying he has to weigh like 300 pounds like Will Chamberlain, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you could be like maybe like 260, 270,
You talking about like get like a strength and conditioning coach like that?
possibly so. Or, you know what I mean? You might as well have to sacrifice your versatility just in order to concentrate on that defense and just scoring at the post.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those two options, because if you're gonna do all those things, of course you're gonna be tired out. You're doing multiple things while at the same time trying to trying to think like, hey, I need to score this three while trying to concentrate on playing defense. I had to score this mid range while trying to block the shot. You know what I mean? Now it's cool because he's showing cases that how much a great of a two-way player is. But if stamina is a big issue, you gotta fix that off the season.
Sneed kind of disagrees, man. He said his stamina has been incredible. He is running guys out of the paint and running guys off the 3-point line, stopping shots and running out of transition. He has been incredible.
Well, he's a defensive focused guy, right? Because if he wanted to be an offensive guy, then he can drop 30 points, no thing. But he decided to focus on this, defense, and that's what the Spurs probably want from him, right? They're counting on the Harpers and the Castles and the Foxes to pick up that slack, right, offensively,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh man, it's to go back to giving y'all predictions for Game 4. I honestly want to stick with because I changed my prediction again because I started off Knicks in 6 before the series started, and then I said, okay, it's gonna be Knicks in 5. It- I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey man, it's hard to guess with this series. These are two good teams, relatively
Yeah,
young. It could be anything at this point. I wouldn't be surprised 2-2 game, best of three. That's the
I think
ideal
there's an
series.
even though I'm undecided, I do think there's a high chance that the Knicks might respond over in Game 4, and then they're going to go back to San Antonio with 3-1, unless of course the Spurs says, nah, we need to be on the top of their heads and say like, hey, we need to show no mercy when it comes to this because it'll showcase that both teams can win in away games.
but I will say this and welcome EQ to the panel. One half of the Rush Hour podcast. I will say this before I get a mic to EQ because I want to know what he has to say. I will stick with Knicks in 6. I will stick with it because that's my original thing. Okay, I will stick with that. But if the Spurs come out and win Game 4, I think the series is a wrap for the Knicks. The Spurs cannot win Game 4. If they come out and win Game 4, it's over for the Knicks.
Woo! I agree
It's
with you
over.
on that.
I
That
Yeah,
agree
means
I
as
what?
think
well.
momentum.
That,
Yeah,
that
momentum
mean
changes. I think that's
yeah.
a real thing.
That means Wemby woke up, man. The alien is dead. The predator is here.
I
He
agree
woke
with
up.
that. You know what I mean? Sure.
What you got for us, EQ?
I think the Predator got it. To be honest, I'm gonna change my pick. The Predator got it. Um, I'm gonna change my pick. The Predator got it because his off-ball movement as a lob threat, giving Wemby more pin downs, and his off ball is scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't think they have an answer for that.
And the guy is shooting from 30 feet, EQ.
Yeah,
Like this
that's what
dude,
I'm saying. Off the ball. Yeah.
like, come on, man. This dude is like if he developed into being at least a 40% 3-point shooter, like he's gonna be one of the most unstoppable players ever.
Look, we're witnessing a
Yes.
guy that's getting the game within the game, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
playing a little more forcefully, right? The head games,
Mm-hmm.
he's doing that a little bit more. We're witnessing a growth here, and this is a good growth for him. I'm rooting for Wemby. Even if he doesn't win, you'll get back next year, next couple of years. You're only gonna get better.
I just
Yeah,
think he's
man, I
making the
agree,
right
man.
reads.
Like Wemby's gonna be good regardless. If he's gonna lose this series, he could go back in the finals next year. I mean, or even the next
No,
several
I
years.
mean,
He's gonna be,
I just think that he's reading. I just think he's making the right reads and reacting to the action that's going on.
Yes, but look, man, he's a mismatch for anybody. He should
Yeah, off the
be a little
ball.
bit more than
Exactly.
that. Even off the ball, getting his matchups and mismatches, he should be taking it over. That's why I think he should be scoring 40 points.
I,
What's to stop
s-
him, really?
I just don't like him dribbling that ball too much. I don't.
Yeah, which they adjusted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, which the Spurs did with um, SGA. They started having him
Yep.
come off the ball more, right, to free him up and
Mm-hmm.
get a mismatch and isolate him, seal the big defender, which was Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
With Hartenstein. That's what they should be doing. Cat sealing on Wemby so Brunson can work
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
Seal Cat and then let Wemby work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Something like
Yep.
that. So, yeah, man. I think there's a good game plan, and they proved it again. Like I said yesterday, Spurs proved they can win. If they can do it last
Mm-hmm.
game, they can do it again and go back
Mm-hmm.
home tied 2-2.
Yep.
And that's hope and momentum on their side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, man, I'm afraid of what's going to happen in the city of New York if Spurs win Game 4.
I'll be afraid of how New York is going to look if the Knicks going to win this series. They're going to run hectic to the city regardless.
If the Spurs come
I,
back and win this series, the New York Knicks, I mean, the city of New York is going to look like I Am Legend.
yep. That's true. That's true.
Man, I'm telling you, it's going to be deserted. It's going to be so bad they don't want to live there no more.
That's on Brunson and Mike Brown for you. Yeah.
And prayers up to prayers up to the Kareem report if that happens, because he's from New York. He lives in New York. He's not a Knicks fan. He's a Lakers fan. But I know he was. I
No,
know he was happy
I
with
think
Game 3. But
I think that's what Kareem wanted too, right? The Spurs to win the series.
yeah, but he also said that he's gonna have to leave the city whether the Knicks win or not, because
I
it's
mean,
gonna be a riot either way.
it's
That's
cool,
true.
right?
I'm like, bro, you from Harlem. You could take anything. You could take any city.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
You ain't
saying,
scared,
man.
boy. Like, come on, man. Like what are we
Yeah, that's
talking
what I'm
about?
saying. Yeah,
What are
that's
we
what I'm
Shout out to
talking
Harlem.
saying.
about? What are we
Shout out to
talking
Harlem,
about?
man. Shout out to
You
Harlem.
from Harlem. Like,
Yep.
like what the heck? Like you ran it from the sea? Like, come on.
Let me see. Micah said, "No matter if the Knicks win or lose, is this a Cinderella season? Will this happen again next year or in the future?"
Mm, I think so. I think this is a Cinderella season for the Knicks. Then us
Yeah.
more than the Spurs. And the reason is we never expect the Knicks to win. I never expect the Knicks to win. I expect the Pistons to be in the finals with the Spurs. I expect the Spurs to win to the finals. I wanted to see a Spurs versus Pistons series, but we seen the Spurs versus Knicks series. And if they did win, yes, it is going to be a Cinderella season. And if the Knicks is not cheap and might risk for to go to the second or third apron, I
Mm-hmm.
think they could run it back. Screw it. They might as well
I'm
run
gonna
it
say
back,
this,
man.
man.
I
I
mean,
think the
hell,
Thunder had a. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'm like Mr. Dorland or whoever, the Knicks owner, he's making more money off of this final series than ever before throughout his whole tenure as an owner. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? You know what I mean? The city is happy. You getting all your billionaire friends to be in the game. Might as well.
I actually think the Spurs have a Cinderella run. They have a bunch of 20-year-olds, a 22-year-old superstar. They have their eldest guy, or one of their eldest starters is Fox at what, 26. Still a very young team, and they took out the defending champions, who everyone projected would just run through the West. You know what I mean? That's a Cinderella run too. I think we have two Cinderella runs.
But is it a shocker though? The Spurs beat the Dunders 3-1 in the regular season.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Spurs
but that's
whooped the
regular.
Thunder ass in the
It's
regular
not a
season.
shocker. Like the Knicks wasn't supposed to be here. In all honesty, the Knicks wasn't supposed to be here. It was the Pistons, or even people said the Celtics. The Knicks wasn't there, and since they are here, it's more of a shocker, and they capitalized it.
How do you think this series would be if it was the Pistons instead of the Knicks?
Well, by the way, how Jalen Duran was choking, shit, I ain't to keep it real. The Spurs will whoop him twice. I'm just gonna be honest here, man. Like I was shocked. Now Jalen Duran was averaging like 19 and 11. It'll be a competitive series. I think the game will be going down by 7, like 6, 7. Probably. Oh my gosh. Probably with the Spurs. But I think if the Pistons went to Game 7, I think the Pistons might win. But who knows?
Yeah, it'd be a slaughter.
But yeah, with the way he choking, yeah, it'll be a slaughter.
So y'all saying the Spurs will be up 3-0?
Yeah, it'll be 3-0. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest.
By 20 points every time.
Damn. So y'all saying
Pistons
Wemby
ain't that good, man.
Y'all saying Wemby would be averaging 40?
Oh yeah. Yep. And then he would have been top 5 goal conversation.
And yeah, he would have been the Independence Day alien Wemby version right there if he was going against Detroit.
Well,
right now he evolved into the Predator. He would have been Independence Day alien if he would have went against Detroit. It looks like. Y'all saying Duran choked, or he would have choked, and Wemby would have been averaging 40 in blowouts.
Yeah, he was choking. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, bro is also 22 years old as well, and he looking terrible. He was looking terrible in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like shit. He was looking like a fourth option. Looked like more of a fourth option than anything, and they only had one guy or one or two guys that was scoring well. And you have I think Hauser or Oster, he was getting to the rebounds. He was getting more rebounds and doing hella defense throughout the playoffs more than Jalen Duran. So I mean, yeah, if they face against the Spurs right now, yeah, it'll be a 3-0. And they're just gonna be finishing them. But I mean, Micah, it's part of today's NBA. You know what I mean? Like the NBA is giving more players doesn't have to be an all-time great or even a future great or even a great player. You could be very good and still get around 200, 300 million. You could be above average and still get $100 million.
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we follow the same type of rubric that we see from the past.
Okay, let's ask this question: who deserves 200 million more, Duran or Reeves?
I mean, they both not good
I'm
in the
going to say
playoffs.
Reeves. I personally believe Reeves.
Neither. No, I'm not answering that. No way in the world I'm giving those guys 200 million. No.
I mean, he was a top 5 center in this regular season.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Yes, we gotta have to say he was a top 5
center. Fooled everybody in the postseason.
Postseason does matter. That's why I wouldn't give Austin Reeves that either.
Yep.
Because postseason matters.
But do people expect the Lakers to go anywhere in the freaking season? No. We all shit on the Lakers throughout the whole season. Come on, like let's cut the crap. We shit on them.
So you're buying that excuse, but you want to give Reeves $200 million. You want to buy that excuse, but you want to get Reeves $200 million.
I mean, I say Austin Reeves will take a pay cut. I don't think he's that greedy. I think his agent is greedy. But the truth of the matter is, I mean,
Come
we're
on.
not gonna be. I mean, like
They're
shit.
trying to they're trying to sell for $241 million and try to scam everybody. Get out of here. Like
I mean, hey, I mean, we live in a scamming society. You know what I mean? Who's gonna you gonna
that's why
scam
I'm not.
back or
That's why
scam?
I'm not falling for it. That's why I'm not falling for it.
You,
$200
you
for
so
what?
so you want to give Reeves 200 and something million?
I
No,
mean, shoot.
no,
I
no.
mean, I'm not saying I will give him. I'll give him something close or even like a good offer. I'll say
Let me
like
let, let me
260.
ask you a question. Do you think Austin Reeves is better than Peyton Pritchard?
Yes, yes. It's just that Peyton Pritchard is in a better team.
Ooh,
Wait,
Yes.
man,
so so
that's
so
Oh
so
yeah,
uh,
we're gonna say
uh,
it. I'm gonna say
okay.
yeah.
So look, so like let's remove the fandom though, and let's look at the facts though. You look at Peyton
yep.
Pritchard, look at what he's producing, look at his impact. Now, let's be honest. I get the fandom with Reeves, it's fine, but Reeves has not really been. If you look at his stats, I mean,
All right. What?
we
Okay.
kind of
What
lost
is
a lot more
okay?
with him.
Let's compare. Let's compare pitcher stats right now to Reeves. Like, what are they averaging?
Yeah, go
One
ahead.
of them is
I'm
averaging. One of them
go
is
ahead.
averaging 23, while we comparing a guy that's like around 15 points a game.
So what is Reeves averaging in the playoffs?
He just averaged 20
So,
points.
Over the course, no, let's take over the course of over. He's been in the playoffs since what, 3 years now? I'm just saying over the
Yeah,
course
four.
yeah,
of the
about
amount of
six
time that he's been in
points.
the
He,
playoffs.
Okay, okay. Let's
he's
look
been in the
at
playoffs for
Pritchard's
4 years.
playoff averages.
He's
I actually did a
been
video on this.
Yeah, yeah.
he's been in the playoffs for 4 years. He's averaged 17.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, while his scoring average has gone up every year in the regular season, it's dropped in the playoffs,
Yeah, to
Exactly.
17.
except
Yep.
All
for
right,
last year.
Pritchard.
Mm-hmm.
The on the season when he won a championship, he was 6.4 points, 0.2 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Come
Is
on,
that the
man.
playoffs or is that the playoffs?
That is the playoffs. That is the playoffs for 2023, 2024. That season he won the
Of
title.
no, of
That's the
all the
same.
playoffs.
And then like on the recent playoffs, they which is this year, he was 14.6 points, 0 blocks, 0.4 steals, 5.1 assists, and close to 4 rebounds.
You know what? No. I ain't about to let this slide. I see what y'all doing. Y'all try to back my boy Sean into a corner. The question was
No, I mean I'm
between
cool. I'm always
the
I'm good in
question
the
was
corner. I'm
between
always in.
Jalen Duren and Austin Reeves. I see what y'all doing. I
I
see what
mean, no,
y'all
you
doing.
mentioned about Pritchard.
I
You know
didn't
what I mean?
ask that question. I
I
just
mean,
That
I
was
answered
mean,
it.
not. No, that was
not
Pap's
not
original
you,
question.
EQ. I'm
He
talking
over
about
there
Mr.
laughing.
444. You know what I mean? He was
And
talking
I
about
and I
Pritchard.
and I said neither's worth it. I
Yeah, both
answered
both
it
of them
earlier.
shrunk in the playoffs. Both of them shrunk in the playoffs. I
Yes,
wouldn't
Hey,
give them.
look,
yes.
how about Mitch on OKC, the rookie Mitchell?
I like
Oh
Mitchell.
my.
Who's
You
a better
mean
who was
Asia
a better
Mitchell?
player? Yeah, who was a better player in the series?
I mean, the series, yeah, Asia Mitchell is a more of an impactful player, but that's only one. That's only one series.
How about what do you think about the Sumo on Minnesota? You think he's a better player than Reeves?
I like him.
That's only one series.
No,
He
no,
got
I got you.
he
No,
was going hot because of a contract. Same thing with we arguing about these two.
no, I got you. But what I'm saying is, forget about the series. These players are just way better than Reeves, and they're making less
No,
money
no,
than
no, they're
Reeves.
not. No, they're not. They just had a hotter game. That's the only difference. They're not. They have a hotter game. If they were better, they
Oh,
would not be
man.
game. They would not allow a team to blow them out by almost
I
20.
I
Okay,
I wish
say
Reed
no more.
I wish Reeves was a better player, but he's not making the right reads on defense. I wish he was a better
Listen,
player.
man. Listen. When you're with fossil, shit, your brain will get fucked up too. I can't even. I could get fucked up and say
Oh
like,
my
hey, man,
god.
like, bro, OG,
I mean he's not making the right reads against the other guards. I'm just saying. Like,
I mean, hey, we got a coach
yeah,
that
yeah,
got
yeah,
hired
yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
council. You got a guy
I
who's
mean,
leading
I mean, you could
the
blame.
boys.
I mean, you could blame him all you want. But I'm just saying, like, he's getting mismatched by all the
What
guys that
all
he
I'm
faced.
saying is that if we have those two guys, if we switch up teams and say one team has our Lakers and the other one we got, like say the Knicks or the Spurs, do you think that the Knicks or the Spurs on that same team configuration and you just add him and JJ Reg, do you think they will go anywhere?
Yeah, but you have to swap him with who?
Oh
You have
no,
to
Yeah.
swap him with who?
Did you?
You
Let
have
no,
me
to
ask you
swap
a
him with who
question.
though?
Let me
You
ask you a
can't
question,
just plug
brother.
in and
no.
play. You
Rest
Did
in
can't
you?
plug
peace,
and play
Reed.
like it's 2K. I mean, come on
Did
now. What are we doing?
No. I'm not playing like it's 2K. The problem I'm telling
Yes,
you what it is.
you're playing up a 2K scenario.
I haven't even played 2K. I haven't played 2K since 2012.
Yeah, but you're bringing that scenario. So what's your point?
No. I said that if you swap both those two teams
You make
and
it
you
sound like it's a
add
plug and play
LeBron
thing. I
or
don't know what
and
you're talking
JJ
about.
Reg, you thinking that they will still be in the finals with those two,
So you're
one as a
saying,
coach
okay,
and the other one as a player?
so you're saying Mike Brown is JJ.
No. I never said that. We said
I
that
mean,
if you switch the coach and the player as a LeBron and put him in the
yeah,
Spurs
you
or the Knicks, do you think they will go to the finals?
you
wait? What?
have to
I'm
swap.
sorry. Say that. Wait.
This is a go.
What is he
I
saying
said
again?
I said the question is if we swap JJ and LeBron and they
For
go either the
who?
Spurs or
For
the
who?
Knicks.
For
For
who?
Okay,
who?
for the Spurs and Knicks, we switch Mike Brown for JJ and switch LeBron for one of the players. Let's say Josh Hart, and then they go and the Knicks, with
Okay,
those two.
so
Do you think they
so
will
you
go to the
got
finals?
so
Do you
So
you
think
so
they?
the
got
Lake
LeBron.
you saying Lakers? You said the Lakers get Mike Brown and Josh Hart back?
I'm saying I'm using it as a scenario. I'm saying as a scenario, if the Knicks had LeBron and JJ as both a player and a
Okay,
coach in that team, do you think they will go to the finals?
so you have LeBron next to Cat.
Yeah, next to Cat,
I mean,
JJ
Jalen
coaching that
Brunson.
team?
I. I.
The coach in that team would be JJ Reg.
They not getting
I.
past
Oh.
Atlanta.
Thank you, bro.
no, they're
That's
not.
my point. That
They're
was
not.
my point.
Yeah,
What,
but
what would be the reason they wouldn't get past Atlanta if you were to swap? Let me hear your take on that. Would it be because of JJ Redick and LeBron, or you saying like what are you
it's
saying?
it's because of JJ. That's your
Yeah,
Okay.
reason.
JJ would have made LeBron the focal point.
Thank you. That is the
Yep.
point. That is the exact point. Just like the way for the
But,
past 8 years of suffering, he has been the vocal point. The only time that he wasn't a vocal point is when AD was looking fresh. Now you got
so
Luca. Now this shit is mostly a vocal point. He can't even be the
so
second or third option
so
right
you're
now.
saying okay? So let me get this straight. You're saying it's LeBron's fault that Austin Reeves can't guard Jamal Murray.
That's
I mean,
So
shit.
you're saying it.
so
So you're
it's
saying
I
it's
mean,
the.
shit.
So you're saying
He's the
no, no.
one who
I'm just
hired the
no.
coach.
I'm
He's
asking.
the one
No, I'm being
following the
real clear
playbook.
here, right?
You think that
See what
there's
you
I'm
started,
being real
Pav?
discrepancies
See
clear.
what you
with
started?
being a coach?
I'm being real clear here, right? I'm being real clear,
Huh?
right? So it's LeBron's fault that he can't guard Jamal Murray. It's LeBron's fault that he can't guard Anthony
no
Edwards. It's LeBron's fault that he can't
Castle,
guard Mike
Yeah, it
Conley.
Castle,
is
Mike
LeBron's
Conley.
fault because they can't
Darren
play no
Fox.
defense. They can't play no defense
No,
after all these
I'm
games.
just saying the
They all
last three
play
playoff runs
offensive.
they
They
were
all play offensive drills and
okay.
shooting
Here's a
range.
real
Yeah,
question.
it is his
Here's a
fault.
real question, son.
That's the
Here's
point.
a real question. No, here's a real question, Sean.
All right,
What's the
go ahead.
record in the last three playoff runs?
In the last three
Since
playoff
you
runs,
since you want to blame LeBron in every single answer you put up.
yeah, I blame on LeBron and everything.
But
Hey,
why would you
Okay,
blame LeBron?
what's the
Why would you
record?
blame? Go ahead. Let him answer the question first, then I'll ask the question. Go ahead.
What's the
all right,
record
in
of the
the
last three
last three
playoff runs?
play. You mean the last three playoffs, or or as far as regular seasons, or just
No,
where
last
they
three
stop?
playoff runs. Last three playoff runs total.
Last three. 2023. I think it's 2022, 2023. They went to the
Yes.
Western Conference Finals with Darvin Ham.
Darvin Ham.
Yeah, with Darvin Ham that we fired because he doesn't want to keep his son. For the for the second one for 2003, like 2003, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Darvin Ham as well. And no, we also went to the I think the
Darvin
first
Ham
round
against the Denver Nuggets. It was 04, right?
Like the first, 2004. I think we went to the second. I think we went to the semis.
Yep, and that was what 1-4, right?
Yeah, it was 1-4. It was like 4-1 for Denver, and for with JJ,
Minnesota was 1-4. Minnesota was 1-4, right?
Yeah, it was 1-4. Yeah, and that's with JJ Reg, which you know what I mean. And then like recently we went to I think the semis, and that was like 4-0.
It's pretty clear that JJ is 5-10 as a coach.
Yeah, and we fired a guy who we went to the Western Conference Finals at.
So the last 3 playoff runs was a total of 6-16, right?
6-16. Wait. I have to look at the numbers. I have to look at the numbers.
I honestly still believe that Western Conference Finals appearance was a fluke. I think it was.
So we count that. Okay, so we count that too, right?
I mean, it was during the time when I think it was like the play-in tournament that Adam Silver actually adjusted. See, that is the point. That's exactly the point. Every time when I look at it, it's just like politics. More politics. There's no reason that this.
Well, I call it a fluke
really got numbers. He was the third option. He got AD while him. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, Sean. I'm gonna tell you why I call it a fluke for people that haven't been here for too long. I call the Western Conference Finals of appearance a fluke by Darvin Ham because we didn't see the Nuggets until then. If we would have saw the Nuggets at any point before that, we wouldn't have made it past them. So I agree with that. I think the Lakers kind of underachieved, but at the same time, though, I saw the whole season. We got calls or not calls. The opposite team got calls for something that's like, either someone's flopping or AD was like, was doing that soft shit. Like, come on. Like, I see the play.
So we're gonna scratch every single record because of Austin Reeves. His exemption by LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the 2 coaches that he had, right?
No, I mean, I'm not saying Austin Reeves isn't exempt. No. I never say he's not exempt. He does need to improve his defense.
No, Sean. So, can I say something to you, Sean? Here's my issue, right?
All right, Mr. 444.
If you just take all the bias away and you just look at Austin Reeves as a player, there is no way that you're logically looking at Austin Reeves and you're thinking to yourself that he is better than the elite guards or even close to any of the elite guards on championship teams. The reality is that he gets cooked because he doesn't have the athleticism to keep up. He doesn't have the IQ. And if the referees are awarding him bogus calls, he drops. So all those points that you're talking about that he makes, that's regular season because a lot of that stuff.
We talk about postseason.
And in postseason, he gets cooked. He got cooked this season, and he continues to get cooked every season. And nobody says anything.
Name the elite guards. I'm not saying the Austin Reeves is better, but name the elite guards and see where in the finals do we have the elite guards in there.
Okay, perfect.
Outside Jalen Brunson.
Okay, so let's look at it, right? We look at Minnesota. Would you consider Anthony Edwards more of an elite guard?
Yeah, he fucked up by shooting too many threes.
No, does he cook Austin Reeves? Yes or no? Because he cooked him last year in the playoffs.
Yes, he did cook him. He did cook him.
Let's move on now. Let's go to Denver. Would you consider Jamal Murray more of an elite guard than Reeves?
I mean, him and Murray, like they're two different positions. Like one is a shooting guard, one is a point guard.
I got you, but they're guards though, right? They're guards though, right?
Yeah.
So when Jamal Murray hit the winning shot in multiple players, who'd he hit that shot on?
I mean, he hit some on one from Reeves, one for LeBron, and someone else.
Davis.
It was Anthony Davis. It was Reeves. But what I'm saying is this: Did you hear what Magic Johnson specifically said that Reeves is the weakest component on the team defense? They're going to target the weakest link. Reeves is the weakest link. Luka.
Okay, where did Magic Johnson say? Okay, where did Magic Johnson say that? Like on Twitter. I want to see that.
Oh no, this was the interview he was having when he was speaking specifically about the defense of Reeves and how he can't slide his feet well. He doesn't defend well. All the guards cook him.
And what year is that?
How do you have a rookie on OKC come off the bench and cook you? And then he gets to the Knicks series and AJ Mitchell was nowhere to be found. You know why? Because he was playing against athletic guards. When you're playing against athletic guards, it changes the nature of things. Reeves is a missing. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. How do you not see this though? The dude is hard. What is elite about him? What is elite about him? Tell me. What's so great about him?
I'm just saying, SGA cooked him too.
What's so great about him?
What's great about him is that he progressed every single year. I look at his progression every single year. Personally.
Okay, so I will. Okay, does he have the ability to get better? That's like with anybody. Does he deserve 240 something million for making small leaps and bounds? Small.
Listen, I never say that he has to get 241 million. I said that he could get as very much of a better contract.
I would take Peyton Pritchard over Reeves. I would take also the Sumo over Reeves.
Why do you take Peyton Pritchard, even though you kind of gassing him off of him being a bench player and then scoring only I think 1 or 2 games that when he was hot.
So I'll share with you why. If you watch Peyton Pritchard this season,
okay,
if you watch him as a player and how he was running and playing along JB, you're not going to tell me his impact wasn't phenomenal? As a player playing fundamental basketball, knowing when to shoot, making timely shots, passing the ball at an elite level, chasing the ball at an elite level.
He's great because of his system, because the system that he plays. He plays with a guy with excellent coach.
And I agree with you.
The Lakers doesn't have a system.
Yes, we do. You know what the system is? No, I'm gonna tell you what the system is. Give the ball to Luka and Reeves and let them take the majority of the shots.
No. That only happened in the first 14 games. On the other games, it was sharing between Luka, LeBron, and then Reeves because Reeves was injured around that time. Wait, we got to be honest. I'm not saying that Reeves is going to get like a 241 million contract. I'm just saying that he could get a better contract. That's all.
What does better contract mean?
I mean, I think they're like 120, 160 million is good enough. And we could just use the rest of the money in order to better the team.
So 160, that would be 30. Wait. What? 160 would be.
No, Red Zone, I'm not getting ether, man. You using Payne Pritchard, the same guy that shoot threes while you was facing against Philly, bro. I'm not getting ether, bro. It's, you know what I mean? This ain't nothing, man. This ain't nothing.
I mean, he's better defensively too. I have to say the other side of the ball too.
I mean, yeah, but they playing in a more of a defensive system. Systems matter. There's no egos in the team when it comes to Boston, unlike the Lakers. We got a whole lot of egos.
So you're saying Austin Reeves doesn't have an ego?
Me personally, he's doing his part. He playing politics just like the rest, kissing ass while we would be losing.
That's what I keep on saying. If it weren't for the free throw attempts, he would drop off to like what, 15, 16 points a game, right? And it
But that
happened in the
could be applied
postseason.
with every other player, any other guard on his in the NBA if the free throws actually dropped.
I mean,
Just
I
saying.
seen 4 playoff runs. I seen 4 playoff runs lots of reasons. It's the same thing. What progression are you talking about?
But we will see. I mean, I'm not saying listen. I'm not saying that
Okay.
Reeves is a void criticism. I'm just saying I just gotta disagree because if we just see him from one
So
year while him there, we will see. And if I'm wrong about that, I will admit I was wrong. Just like I was wrong with when it comes to the Spurs, going 4-5 against the OKC. I'll be wrong with that.
Ain't nothing dope like Austin Reeves chat. I love it.
I mean, for 200 million, you said during a Reeves, and he said Reeves.
Yeah, I
For
said
me
Reeves.
personally, yeah, I wouldn't pay him 200 million. I think he's okay for like 30 at most. I think we can still somewhat build a team around that, but you do have to build it a very particular way.
I mean,
But hey, man, it is what it is.
I mean, if he took a different role, I mean, sure, but I can't get him next to Luca. I can't. Like,
Listen, I'm not saying that Reeves is owned like around 241 million. That number is for his agent. You know what I mean? That's his
no,
agent
that's
talking.
him too. I mean,
Oh,
that's
come
him
on,
too,
EQ.
right?
Come on, EQ.
Wait a
That's
minute,
like nearly.
come on.
You really believe
You're,
that
you're
he
trying,
actually thinks
you're,
like
you're,
he's
you're, you're trying,
241?
you're trying to tell me that these players are not in their agent's mouthpiece saying, "I want max money." Come on, what are we doing?
I mean,
No,
shit. I
definitely.
mean,
It's a tactic, right? It's a go
Yeah, it's
high,
a
I go low.
it's a
Yeah.
mouthpiece. That's exactly my point. It's a mouthpiece. My point.
he ain't no mouthpiece. This is he like the agent is his own person. The agent is his own person. He's the one
And
who actually concentrated on that 240.
I think, I think Reeves is onto himself too. He's looking for a bag himself too. I just,
I mean, shit. Shit. If he does that, he wouldn't. If he really cares about the bag, he would not even have to. He wouldn't even. It wouldn't be a discussion. He would have been out of here. He wouldn't have been out of here. He would have been out of here since last year.
I mean, shoot, he would have signed that 488 last year. I mean, he didn't sign it. He bet on himself. I mean,
We'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
We'll find out
Well,
soon
yeah, we
enough,
will see.
hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say this, y'all. About to be ending the show very soon, but I do want to say this. I want to rant about LeBron James a little bit, if that's okay. Just something that Big Baby brought across my desk. I was about to end the stream right now, but I just want to say something about LeBron James. I want to read something real quick. Can I do that, y'all? Sean said, I don't want no part of LeBron James. I'm out of here. But it says, James appears in no rush to decide on next season, while Bronny. Okay, let me start that over. James appears in no rush to decide on next season. While Bronny remains under contract with the Lakers for at least one more year, his dad is entering free agency. But when asked if he take a discount to come back to LA and give the team a more financial flexibility, LeBron James declined to comment. He also suggests that it's unwise to read too much into his interest in golf, a popular retiree pastime. Quote unquote, I'm happy that I picked it up at this point in my life, but that has nothing to do with my decision on my playing career, says LeBron. That is separate. I love golf, man, but I also know the main thing is the main thing, and that's my love for the game of basketball. If I continue to play, then that's always going to be my passion. Now, this is what I want to say about this. Why in the hell?
I found out.
I'm
I
gonna say it
already
like
found
this.
out.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. I know EQ got all the notes. He got all the juice.
Yep.
Pause.
Yep.
But I want to say it like this, man.
hmm
It's getting to a point where you don't even want to help your son win. Your son is under contract with the Lakers. You just saying fuck LeBron James Jr. I want what I want. I don't want to help build the team around him. I don't want to help build the team. Like you really that fucking selfish. That you out here. First of all, you're saying that you are in no rush to decide on next season. That's the problem. That's the problem I have. This is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem that I have. Like, it would be cool to feel that way if your name is still not attached to the Lakers. If your name is still not attached to the Lakers, then you have all the right to take however long you want to make your decision. But your name, as far as these rumors and headlines, is attached to the Lakers.
All I'm gonna say is that he wants that cap hold of $60 million, which that's his interest. And if it's a pay cut, he wants $58 million. So that's not much of a pay cut either.
Yeah,
so,
LeBron don't believe in pay cuts. He don't believe in pay cuts. What was the last pay cut he took? Like $300,000 just to get under the second apron or first apron?
You mean the 1+1 deal for like $108 million? Yeah.
Yeah, but he only took a discount of like 300 something thousand. Like what is that gonna get us?
Nowhere.
Like how do you expect to get somebody like a Klay Thompson at the time for 300 something thousand? Like, come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. You don't even want to help your own son out. I would say that's child neglect, but the nigga is 22. You don't even want to help your own son out. You don't want to help your own son be around great players to help him develop. You want to continue to have guys like Jake LaRavia and guys like Luke Kennard. No shade to Luke Kennard. He came over here. He shot the lights out. Appreciate you, Luke Kennard. But you want to keep having them get around guys like Nick Smith Jr. I understand y'all clutch guys, but you should want great talent around him. You don't even want to do it for your son. F the Lakers at this point. You don't even want to do this for your son. You don't even want to make the team better for your son's sake. That's what's pissing me off. Your son is still under contract with the Lakers. And you are making it about you getting the Brinks truck backed into your driveway and you getting the fucking big ass Glad bag and filling it up. You making it about that. You're not making it about, I want my son to be in the best position possible so he can continue to build his legacy on my way out. No, you don't want to do that. You worrying about your pockets. That's the problem I have with this whole situation. That's the problem I'm having with this whole situation. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Another reason why I want this dude going out of the Lakers' life. Like, just walk away. Please just walk away. Please just walk away, man. Cause that is the highest level of selfishness I've ever seen. Bronny, you got your son. You got the team that drafted your son who's still under contract. You don't even want to see him succeed. You want him to be on the shitty ass roster. I swear, man, I'm just saying, man, y'all look, man. If y'all don't see the selfishness in this dude before, hopefully y'all see it now. Hopefully y'all see it now. This is crazy, dog. This is crazy. This is crazy. I just had to get that rant out, y'all. But
fly away, butterfly.
But I do want to say thank you to everybody that showed up and, you know, that showed up in the chat and on the panel. Do Path and EQ want to say a little bit of something before I end the stream?
I'll say I hope the Spurs win. Let's make it a series, best of 3. That's will be great for the fans. Not so good for the Knicks, but for the NBA as a whole.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I got Spurs in winning game 4. Nope.
Yeah. And shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, man. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my Knicks in 6. I'm gonna just stick with that. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. But I will say, like I
Yeah.
said earlier, I say Knicks in 6, but I will say if the Spurs win game 4, the Spurs are winning the championship. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Once the Predator has come along, it's no stopping that dude.
Yep.
There's no stopping that dude. He's about to turn New York City into the Badlands.
Yep.
The Predator is here.
Okay, Cat's gonna turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He gonna turn into something.
Right.
He gonna turn.
Oh
my God!
He might have to be Rambo for that one. He might have to be Rambo for that one.
He gonna turn into a litter box.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all. Anyway, man, and also shout out to Nick T and Big Baby Sports for their earlier donations to the channel. Appreciate both of y'all. Yeah, y'all. We about to be out. Hope to see y'all at some point. Hopefully, I might make another video today at some point or go live at some point because I might want to further elaborate on this LeBron James situation. I don't know, but this stream was about the Knicks and the Spurs, so I don't want to go too far into that. So yeah, y'all. Y'all have a great Tuesday, and hopefully I'll catch y'all later on today. See y'all later.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.